Hello guys, DJParson here, and I'm back with the next game of the International Championship. And if you take a close look at the standings right now in the Grandmasters League, we can see that right now I'm in position 5. Silent is on position 1, but he has 5 games completed. Everyone else has 3 games completed. So yeah, he has more points than the rest, but also more possible points. The rest is still relatively close. Dr. Renate, Fizzy 10, and then Slick on 9 points. I'm on 7, so yeah, below these guys. But yeah, as far as 3 finished games go, I'm not too far behind, but also not doing super well thus far. But I also have mostly 3-player games finished, and they give less points than the 4 players. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. There's still 4 more games to come, so nothing is decided. I still can go down to 6 or 7, get D-ranked. I can still win the game, or win the league, I think. But yeah, a lot depends on this game, because this game is going to be against Fizzy, Dr. Nate, and Invalid Names, so some really good players, and I'm going to see you guys in the match. We have the 3rd position, Fizzy and Invalid Name. Invalid Name takes Urban Growth and Rich Land. Fizzy took the Rich Land, and then there's still Dr. Nate. So what do we want to take here? We have some good wonders in the 3rd row. Let's first check out the leaders and wonders. There's no Pierre, but there's Bill Gates, Mandela, but also no Marlene. We have the Manhattan Project, we don't have the International Red Cross, we have the Ocean Liner and the Railroad, and Watt, so James Watt and Railroad could be nice, even with Marie Curie, could be a combo. There is Bach and Joan of Arc. Sadly, I mean, Charlie Chaplin could be okay to maybe follow up onto Bach, but yeah, Bach can also be strong into the 3rd age. Napoleon, Darwin, we have the Universitas, Image Castle, there's no Zizka, but there's Leonardo, Barbarossa, Nostradamus is really good, in 4-player games especially, Sun Tzu, Hammurabi, Library, Roman Roads, and Pyramids. So I don't know if I just want to grab one of the expensive cards here, like just Engineering, or just Roman Roads. The alternative is probably Sun Tzu. I don't know, Sun Tzu and Colossus feels okay as a combo. Then green maybe takes Acropolis and Engineering Genius, and then the other guys get pretty good wonders as well, and we get the Colossus. Depending on what we draw with Sun Tzu, that could be quite nice if we can push the event stack a lot and maybe dominate that. But it's never given in 4 players. I think I'm just gonna go with the Roman Roads. Can still get a leader next turn, and I really value that highly, getting that wonder. Don't think Colossus is really such a good wonder in 4 players, so I'm gonna go with that. And then see what green takes and which leader we can get. Caesar and Colossus for Dr. Nate in last position. I guess maybe it's okay, not the biggest fan. Blue will go for Hammurabi, Engineering Genius. Doesn't take a wonder yet, maybe gets Library next turn. Invalid Name will take Pyramids, and Alexander builds a mine. Now we could go for Gutenberg. Build that lab first. Problem is he doesn't do anything else for a couple of turns. And we take him for 2 civil actions, which also is not great. So I guess we'll have to go with Confucius. Not the biggest fan, but yeah, getting a little bit of science from him. Maybe next turn again can go for Gutenberg. Or we hope for an early good leader from H1, like Nostradamus or something like that. See what the first military card draw will be. New deposits and scientific breakthrough. And green goes for Caesar, grabs urban growth. Fizzy can now get the library, just barely, and can finish it. Oh, he has a very strong start. Definitely like his position now. Red will go with the Gutenberg, can build that lab. Swordsman, next turn he can finish the pyramids. Nice setup for him. I want to play something here. We have Confucius after all. Could go with the new deposits. I mean, we get extra resource production from the Roman roads, so new deposits should be fine. Development of crafts means we can just finish the Roman roads. Yeah, I guess finishing that right now feels pretty good. Don't get knights, but I think that's fine. Just finishing the Roman roads, get extra resources from that. Next time we're gonna build another philosophy, probably. And then rebellion and enslave. Rebellion could be nice, but yeah, we're gonna see. Development of civil life opened by green. He only plays 1, maybe doesn't have another event. Grabs alchemy, knights, growth. Universitas grabbed by Fizzy. He has a great start, even going with another mine, because he doesn't need another lab. Yeah, that's perfect for him. Skipping the lab because he has library and Universitas, gives him enough science production and allows him to go for another mine. He has a great start. So I probably don't want to play the scientific breakthrough. I could play the rebellion. Yeah, or the aggression. Rebellion, don't know yet if I want that. So maybe the aggression, play that with Confucius. Gain 1 culture and 1 science. And agriculture. Sadly, 1 science missing to go for Code of Laws this turn. I can use the civil life to build a lab. Maybe go for Nostradamus. I definitely like him more than Confucius. And then we get out of corruption like this. Maybe even... Oh, we do have the science. When we replace him. Right, we have 1 extra science when we replace Confucius, so if we do that, we could get the Code of Laws out this time, but not if we go for Nostradamus. We could go for Joan of Arc, and then the Code of Laws. And there's Bach. So Joan of Arc is not bad, we might still be getting the free religion. We have 1 extra military action and civil action from the Code of Laws, and Joan of Arc, so yeah, I think I like this. I would have liked more to get Nostradamus, but he doesn't allow us to go for the Code of Laws play, and I think that is a pretty good one, getting the extra civil action. Maybe next time we can go for Forbidden City as well, and then Joan of Arc is still pretty good, definitely valuable. So I'll go with that. See what we draw. Reds, border conflict. We could even go with Rebellion next turn, and we're gonna build some religions, so Rebellion shouldn't hit us. Green will open development of markets and place another politics, development of science. As a tactic, doesn't fulfill it right now, goes for Nostradamus. And has corruption. Corruption is never good. Easy will finish the Universitas, gets knights as well, so he's preparing for some military. Still looking good. Engineering genius goes for the tactic with a swordsman, so red now has 4 strength. And now I could play scientific breakthrough, but probably not. Rebellion could be interesting. Oh, there's a free religion under here. I definitely want that this turn. Then I guess I could go for rebellion. Yeah, then let's go for rebellion. We're gonna get that free development of religion, so get a lot of free stuff now. We get free resources, And that temple also got some science. Oh, there's a magic castle. We could also go for Forbidden City. Increasing population a few times. Could build another religion to go up to 3 strength. And then just grab the Forbidden City. And I don't get breakthrough, but I have to spend a lot of resources this turn. So at least this. And build a free religion. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Getting that. Then we don't get the breakthrough. How are the wonders looking? Is anybody gonna take the Magic Castle? Yeah, no one has a wonder, so I don't think the Magic Castle will come down for us to take. So I'd rather have the Forbidden City. Can we finish that next turn with 9 resources? We can, so we get the Forbidden City. I mean, we don't really need the happy phases. That is the ignoring workers phases. But they might come in handy at some other point. If we go for Bach, we don't get any other happy faces. There's also no Marlene to give extra, so we definitely could use these after a while. Then we can just stay with our religions or rebuild them into operas. So we'll need them eventually, is what I'm saying. We have 3 strength, so we're one of the weakest. New deposits would be nice. I mean, theoretically we could... that gives corruption if we go for another mine. It would be nice for the new deposits. Could not take a wonder, but I definitely think I need wonders. I could also do like this, and then take alchemy, and then we can upgrade that next turn. Then we don't have a wonder. And we get more from the new deposits, a lot of resource from the new deposits. I guess it doesn't change that much if we go for 1 extra mine or not. Yeah, let's go for the Forbidden City. Finishing that next turn is very nice. It's not too dangerous, I think, to be weaker. I mean, yeah, 3 cards were played by Green, who did take Nostradamus and has Colossus, so those might be something with strength. But we're also not the weakest. The weakest is still blue. We might next turn go for Knights. I could just build a Swordsman. I guess I need that anyway, but the problem is we can't finish the Forbidden City if there's no new deposits before our next turn. So I think that is more important. And that could be... could go like this then. And we stay at 3 strength, but we get another mine. Don't get that second religion going, which we maybe don't need as much. Have a lot of resources, again, 5 production and maybe new deposits, so that would work nicely with the Forbidden City. Don't have a lot of population now. Next turn we can copy the fighting band maybe. So the question is, do we want the mine or the religion? I think I want the religion. New deposits gives a lot of resources, but only 1 extra if we build that mine, and maybe that's overkill. We get extra resources from the Roman roads already. So I think, yeah, just going for the religion. And then still the warrior. We have 4 strength, so we have more than Green. If it's something that's, depending on who's the strongest, we win that. I'm not sure. I don't like not being able to finish the Forbidden City next turn. You know what? I'm gonna go the other way. Really hard to say which one is the right one. But yeah, this guarantees that we can finish Forbidden City. We stay at 3 strength. It should be enough. I mean, 50% of the cards have nothing to do with strength. And then also we're not the weakest, that is blue. So I think this is fine. Get rid of the border conflict. Or maybe the scientific breakthrough. Can't really go for that one. Could have also gone for alchemy and play that eventually, but we decided to go for the Forbidden City. Good harvest, might be nice to get more population out, because we're gonna need that soon, but yeah, we have some wonders to spend our resources on next turn. So immigration was opened by me. I'm really sorry I skipped the first half of this turn, looking at what the other guys did. Green went for alchemies and yeah, upgraded those, increased population a lot. Blue went for the Barbarossa with knights and building one, going for the tactics, so he's pretty strong. And red grabbed the Himeji Castle and the Code of Laws, but couldn't go for it last turn. I saw that immigrations was on top, and we were one of the guys with the most happy faces, so I decided to play the reds into that because we don't have that much food and we get one extra population. And the reds, basically the idea is that I get one more population out before the reds hit, and after that we don't have any extra food anyway. So I'm gonna finish the Forbidden City this turn, and then I have 2 civil elections left where I can think what I want. Of course there's Bach, so I could want the drama. I could also go for the monarchy, but on the other hand, I have pretty nice civil and military actions now. Maybe I can just wait for H2 government forms. They are more efficient. We don't have the most science, so I don't know if I want to spend that on monarchy right now. So I could just go for the drama. That would be a nice transition from Joan of Arc into Bach. That's always really, really nice, especially because we don't need that many happy faces. We have the Forbidden City. So dramas will be enough happy faces probably. So I think that's yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do here. Could still copy a tactic to get 1 more strength. And I'm still the weakest for the events coming. It's rebellion on new deposits. I mean, that's still only H1 military cards that I don't draw. But it's only 1 strength as well. We might still be getting knights, and then I want another tactic anyway. Yeah, I guess I copy the tactic. Some extra strength could be useful. Especially if you build another religion, which I don't really have to because I ignore the unhappy workers. I could also go for another warrior. I guess I don't do that this turn. Maybe next turn we can copy that, but this turn it doesn't really make a lot of sense because we're still on 4 strength. We are still the weakest for the following turns. So I don't want to waste my military action this turn. Maybe draw some more, maybe draw that tactic. Nope. But on certain borders, or open borders agreement will be very good. We can offer that, get an extra military action, and then we can spend that extra military action on copying the tactic maybe. Green will open Crusades. We are the weakest. I mean, Crusades usually not the biggest impact, such early culture. Green will grab the iron and patriotism. Blue will go for iron himself, can upgrade 2 times. Grab the rich land for the last, or for maybe even 2 more. He wants to go crazy on resource production. Red will open barbarians. Blue has the most culture. He's not among the 2 weakest, so he doesn't lose a population. Monarchy for red here. And then urban growth, cultural heritage. He has a lot of civil actions and the Himeji Castle that he can finish next turn. So not looking bad. Open borders agreement could be very nice for us. I could offer that to Green. He should accept that, I think. Rebellion is on top. I mean, that's useful information. We won't be hit by that anyway. We have the Forbidden City. And the other guys might, so we don't want to trigger that right now. Maybe that can be delayed until the H1 is over and these guys get some more problems with that. I think the open borders with Green should be a good move. And then hope that he should really accept, I think. And he accepts as we expected, so that's good. Now we can spend those military actions to copy a tactic. We could, let's see what we do with the rest of the turn. First we do increase population, that means we have 2 population total. I don't think I want to grab monarchy this late for 3 civil actions. Even we could go for it this turn, but I'd rather wait a little bit. We could go with knights. Like this, and then maybe even copy the medieval army. Then we are the strongest. Could then take... I mean, these frugalities aren't that good for us. But we could go for another religion. We don't really need them for the happy faces, so that's some bad synergy with the Forbidden City. We can still go with the drama and rebuild them with Bach, so they are not wasted population, and it gives culture production and strength. So that's not bad. New deposits. Yeah, we can't go for another bronze. I don't think this is something we can go for. Then we just, I mean, we're gonna have population issues anyway next turn already. We might just delete a warrior to get one more population, but maybe we can upgrade different things. But like this, we don't even have anything to spend all of the resources that we will be getting from the new deposits. So maybe build that religion instead. Then grab the swordsman. Can't really use the frugalities anymore. We could not increase population. But yeah, if we go back and don't increase population, just go for the knights. And then we could grab frugalities and swordsman. I mean, with this, we still have 4 food next turn. The age will be over, so we need to spend 4 food. Then we have frugality, get 2 food back, doesn't do anything really. So I think we're gonna be stuck with this much population for the coming turns, or for pretty long, until we either get Ocean Liner or the selective breeding. But that is fine. We have some options with this population. Do I want to put that last population into religion? Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. I mean, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna copy the tactic. I have 2 civil actions left. I'm not gonna grab masonry, and I don't want to grab rich land for 2. I'm gonna grab the swordsman, and then with the last action, I guess I could just go for the swordsman, but I don't need them right now. So I'm just gonna go with that religion, start some more culture production, giving some extra strength. It could be important for whatever there's coming. Also, we go down to almost 0 food, so the reds will be not bad for us. And then go with that. And good harvest, maybe get rid of the Dark Ages, or we just have to discard 1 card. Maybe the Dark Ages isn't that good for us. Maybe we can play the Knowledge of the Ancients next turn or something. And then we only draw 1 new card. It's gonna be Call to Arms. So we could go and yeah, play the Call to Arms and Border Conflict into the next deck. And then try to be stronger there. But yeah, we're gonna see. And the Rebellion is open before the age ends, so no one gets hit. Which land for green? And he can go for knight, copy the tactic. So he's still not the strongest, so that's good. I don't think these guys will necessarily play anything anyway. Grand Circus for blue. And another knight. He is the strongest now. And then red is the weakest, so probably not playing anything. Yeah, finishes Magic Castle. Code of Laws, he has a lot of civil actions. Yeah, a lot of civil actions, especially because he gets extra ones from Gutenberg. So yeah, he has that. So new deposits on top. We could still go for the iron before we trigger that. Could also try to trigger that right now. Get a lot of resources. What do we do with those resources this turn is another question. Nothing to do really. We can't upgrade anything. We can't spend. We can't get out another population. So maybe we do go for the iron, upgrading once. And then I mean, it could still go for theocracy. We don't need the Epiphase though, so probably not. Could go with reserves or something. Not the highest value here. What do we do if we... I mean, we could go for the railroad if we want to spend a lot of civil actions, but that doesn't work with bronze, so I don't like that. And maybe the iron is still good. We will be getting extra value from that from the new deposits. Only a little bit, because we can't upgrade another one, sadly. But maybe this is still good. Don't want the printing press. Could go for the monarchy. And the masonry, I guess. Don't really have the science for all of that. So maybe just reserves. isn't really the highest value reserves, but sadly the rich land is on 3 civil actions, so we can't take that. Could just take breakthroughs. I mean, could just take 2. That gives a lot of science. Not spending all of our civil actions just on that. Not getting iron. We still get a lot of resources from the new deposits. But what do we do from here? And the science is definitely not bad. What do we want to go for? Maybe new government form, that could definitely help with that. We still need that drama, but we get all of the science back from that, so that's good. And then we don't get the iron, so what do we spend our science on, or our resource on next turn? We could hope for an early scientific method and then upgrade those labs with all of the resources. I mean, the problem is all of the other cards are H1 cards, so they don't give a lot of value. So I think I'm gonna try this. It's definitely an interesting turn, but with the iron, it doesn't really work that nicely. Iron is still good, but this late it's not perfect. It's still on 2 civil actions. And then the rest of our civil actions become basically worthless. Taking reserves for 2 civil actions at the beginning of H2 and getting the reserves from H1 is very, very bad. So I think just taking these very high value breakthroughs for us, maybe it's just the right call. If I could get 2 iron out with the new deposits, that could be worth it. I mean, I could trigger the new deposits right now and then go for 3 irons. It also results in a lot of resources if we trigger the new deposits this turn already. And maybe that's better than the breakthroughs. So then we get a lot of resource production. Maybe we can go for railroad, ocean liner service. Kremlin is a good one. So a lot of stuff that we can go for. We don't have the science for scientific method next turn, but maybe after that. So either that line or the 2 breakthroughs. 2 breakthroughs is interesting, but maybe just too expensive for 6 civil actions. We do have some extra ones, but I think getting the iron still is very good. I mean, yeah, there's wood, so we could try to go for coal. I think the interesting one is to go for breakthrough and breakthrough. And the safe one would be the iron. So can I justify going for the 2 breakthroughs? I think, I mean, what would I play? Maybe the Knowledge of the Ancients. Yeah, probably Knowledge of the Ancients. So we get that out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It's pretty sad for the breakthroughs. I don't think they will be available next turn. But 3 civil actions is very expensive for that. So get the new deposits out. We get 4 resources, can go for iron. And then just upgrade all of them. So we go up to 7 resource production. Can afford a lot of the wonders, maybe even railroad next turn. And then yeah, go for wonder, save science that way, and then try to get some more science. We could still get one of the breakthroughs. They will still be quite expensive for the other guys, especially the last one. But I don't have the highest hopes for that. And Reign of Terror opened by green, and invalid name is the weakest player. Green can go for 3 irons. No. Destroys a mine. That's interesting. I don't completely understand, but interesting. A lot of science from the Knowledge of the Ancients for everybody. Blue will go for irrigations. Yeah, probably not a bad choice with Barbarossa. He has some really good production. Red grabs selective breeding for 3. That is kind of expensive. Also means we get a lot of nice yellow cards now. Big fan of that. Let's see what is on top. Reds. Reds would be, yeah, really good for us. We don't have, I mean, we have 1 food, but that doesn't really help us. And the other guys will be losing a lot, so I want to play something here. Don't really want to go for territory. We could go for, I guess we could go for the good harvest. That is going to take a while. Maybe get the selective breeding. I guess we could also go for ocean liner service. So maybe go for the crime wave. Yeah, that's the least impactful one, in my opinion. We also get extra culture from it. Let's play that. Open the reds. 6 food lost from red. He's having a rough game, just losing population to the Reign of Terror. Now losing all of his food. Oceanliner would be quite nice. I don't think I can grab that this turn. Could grab a rich land and breakthrough. I mean, we don't really need the resource, we rather need the population. And that will probably be gone, the Oceanliner, but yeah, taking this turn. We can finish it next turn. Maybe grab the breakthrough together with that. I mean, it's a very early Oceanliner, and those are really, really strong. We have the resource production as well to back up a lot of population. I think this might be a good choice. Such an early Oceanliner, can finish it next turn. Gives us all the population. And we have the resources to afford something like this. I think this is a good choice. Railroad could be nice, but we don't really need more resources right now. We need the pop. So I think, yeah, this looks fine, definitely. So I think this will be it. Go for the Oceanliner. Get rid of the border conflict, maybe the call to arms as well. Maybe keep the territory. Don't really need that probably, but we could still go with navigation and maybe play the territory game a little bit, especially if you draw some extra colonization cards. Oh, we draw a lot of territories, so we could still go for that. Would also be nice if we get architecture next turn, but this one will probably be gone. But that could be very nice if we get the other one for the Oceanliner. And uncertain borders revealed. We don't win it, but we also don't lose it. That's very important that red gets hit by that. Selective breeding for green, which land breakthrough. Some really nice cards for him. Can go for that next turn, get that population. Blue goes for Republic. And Opera, he only has 2 military actions. Oh, he has to destroy some. Okay, did destroy an iron for irrigation. Architecture and patriotism for red, and wave and frugality. Okay, did blue really? Or was that a bronze mine? Let's see again. Yeah, he destroys an HA mine and rebuilds a farm, so he gets more population, especially with Barbarossa. That's important. Biggest problem for him, military actions. Barbarossa needs a lot of those, so that's going to be interesting. So I have a lot of territories in hand. I could go for them. The top card is Pestilence. That would mean I have to destroy something, so I probably don't want to reveal that right now. I think I might go with the architecture here. We have the breakthrough as well. Then finish the Oceanliner in 2 stages, or in 2 civil actions. And then I can increase population. And then for the Pestilence, lose that one, don't have to destroy anything. Still have the drama, so I'm still waiting for Bach, I think. So I don't need to take the opera really. I could just upgrade this, get more resources. The problem is then I only have 1 civil action left, can't really do anything with that. I don't want the opera, I think. I mean, opera could also be nice if Bach is late. But I think what we are lacking most right now is science, so opera costs a lot of science, drama doesn't, so that is better. So I think I just take the revolutionary idea here. Because we have so many resources, we have so much population now. I think the revolutionary idea is the best here. Maybe upgrade that bronze next turn. Yeah, that sounds about right. Could also go for the selective breeding. Yeah, blue doesn't want to go for that, so I don't have to take that away from him just to do it. And then I don't really need that. There's not even the red cross, so I think I'll skip the selective breeding. If I need more food, I just build more agricultures. I think that's fine. Could even, yeah, get more from the territories or something. I think this is fine. Then I get rid of the aggression. Get rid of some of these territories probably. I don't think I can go for them. If I get navigation, I could still try that. So could keep some of them. I don't think I will go for good harvest, because these guys produce so much food more than me. So maybe keep these two territories. We have 2 colonization cards. I could try to go for them if we get the navigation. International trade agreement is very good, I think. We can maybe get some extra food from that. People always like to get that for resources, so maybe offer that to, yeah, red or blue, no, red or green. One of them should accept, so we get extra food, saves 1 population for us, so I think that's pretty good. And the pestilence is opened by green. Goes for Catherine, goes for selective breeding the first, and another knight, and goes for heavy cavalry. Wants to snag away those yellow cubes from the other players. Foray opened by Fizzy. He and green will win that. Fizzy doesn't need any more resources or food, but he still takes them, I guess. Can go for more strength, so he doesn't get hit. Also a lot of science. He's looking strong. Amazing food resource and science production. Red will go with organized religion to finally solve his happy faces. Navigation spends a lot of science that turn. I mean, I have that international trade agreement. I don't know if I want to open the radars right now. I could theoretically go for Napoleon. I have different things I can do. But getting that international trade agreement should be good. I think that to red will be good. He should accept it. I won't have the open borders agreement anymore, but that won't last long anyway. And then we take the extra food, and red can get the extra resources. And he accepts the pact. That's pretty good. I can lose that idle worker, get him back immediately with that ocean liner. And then what do I want? I mean, new government form doesn't look bad. The Republic could work nicely. Republic and strategy looking strong, both of them. I don't think I want to go Napoleon. I think I'm still waiting for Bach. Don't have to go for the drama this turn, I hope. Red is the only one without a leader. He could go for Napoleon, maybe. I mean, he could also go for Darwin. Could also try to contest Bach a little bit, but I think we can still decide to go for Napoleon next turn if red takes Bach, if he comes out. I am the weakest right now, which I don't like. I think I'm gonna build another knight to have the same strength as blue as green, so we can't use Catherine. That means he probably will play something and the raiders would hit us. So I could also go for Swordsman. I also like the Republic. I mean, there's still 2 Cornmons left, so maybe I don't have to go for that. I need military actions, especially once I lose Joan of Arc. And I don't need civil actions that much. I have extra ones, so I can justify not going for the Republic. Definitely want the cannon. And I might just go for Swordsman this turn. To be stronger than green. Not get hit by the raiders. Could be very much worth it. And then get more resource production up with this. Upgrade that one. Maybe grab reserves. And then I could think about something else. I have enough for next turn to go for Cornmon with the revolutionary idea. So that's important. I'm still lacking a little bit of science production, so scientific method or even the journalisms could be very nice. Could also go with Darwin, but probably not with these religions. I mean, I don't need the happy faces right now, but I still think Bach is going to be better for us. Don't think I need the selective breeding still. So, gonna skip that one. Could just research the drama, but then I can't go for Cornmon. Also, I would like this strategy maybe. I guess I can also go for Republic and try to go for the Kremlin next turn. So there are definitely alternatives to this one. With the extra food, I don't have to concern myself with that. I think I definitely built the knight to at least not get stolen 1 yellow cube from green. Maybe go for Republic, could even do that this turn. Grab the strategy as well. And then I could upgrade this. Go for the cannons. I think I want this strategy and the Republic. It's still looking really strong. That is a good combo. Yes, I have to pay a lot of civil actions for that. Strategy is kind of hard to go for soon. But I think with Bach we're going to start our culture production very soon. And then I would just need to protect that with a strategy. I think that's my plan, and I hope that's enough. And I might also go for Kremlin. Can finish that next turn even. So that could be a good way to spend my resources. And then I get even more military actions. Because that is still a problem. Even with Republican strategy, it's okay. But it does not really give enough military actions to go for wars in H3. But like this, I can still do that. I have the cannons. Swordsman can still go for that next turn, I think. Science is the biggest problem. If I want to go for drama and swordsman and strategy. But I hope that I get the Kremlin. Kremlin would be very nice together with the Forbidden City. Has a lot of combo potential, so I think this is gonna be it. Don't really see the other one would also look fine. Go for the swordsman. I will get hit by the raiders, but that is no problem. I still can finish the Kremlin if I lose 1 food and 1 resource. So raiders is not the biggest problem, I think. The biggest problem would be green stealing something. So I think this is fine. I think Cold War could be very nice. I don't think it will be the strongest, so I don't go for politics of strength. And then I guess I don't go for the colonization against Red's colonization force. So just keep the Cold War to defend cards. Maybe draw a tactic, that would be nice, but nope, no tactic for us. Raiders. And actually I'm in one of the 2 weakest. That's not that good. Cavalryman for green goes and upgrades a lot. 15 strength for him now. Blue will go with another Grand Circus. Also goes for more strength. And the Kremlin. It's probably very good for him. He has the resources. And with Republic he needs more military action. So I like that. Freedom of movement, can see what we can use that for. He goes for Napoleon with cavalrymen, so also getting strength up, I guess. Yeah, 13 plus a tactic. Yes, 15 strength for him, so all of a sudden we are the weakest. And on top is Independence Declaration. I could play something. Let's see what we want to do this turn first. Lose 2 resources. And this could be nice again. Probably not that nice. I don't know what I would be rebuilding. I mean, the one thing I want to get rid of is these religions, but for that I have Bach and the drama. And I don't know what I would be going for instead. Still no tactics revealed, so I can't really put the warrior onto the knights or something. I guess I should go for swordsman, most likely. Yeah, I don't know what to go for with that. Let's skip that for now. Maybe we can find a use during this turn. I definitely think I should go for Bach. The biggest problem is going to be strength. Especially because we lose 1 military action. But then I could go for drama. Not that easy here. I mean, I can increase population for free. Maybe build another knight. And I guess I could put 1 religion onto the warrior, or the knight then, to save resources. I don't need that religion. Put that onto the knight. I still have the magic castle, so that's okay. Go for 1 warrior as well, go up to 16 strength. Then I can go for Bach. So at 15 strength again. Go for the drama. Rebuild 1. Yeah, I guess so. Rebuilding 1. The thing we're missing the most is science. That would be very nice if I could get some science. Could go for swordsman actually. I guess I should develop them so all the technology is available if there's a tactic revealed. Biggest problem is science. I can't go for strategy like this next turn. I have some defense cards, so that's good. But yeah, there's also some problems. The question is, should I spend my science on the swordsman? I mean, if I go for 3 warriors, then probably. And then I just need science for the strategy, and then I'm fine. And this way I also start producing a lot of culture, and soon more with the added dramas. If I next turn just go for another drama or something. And for the rest, I could take the engineering genius. I could also go for the Eiffel Tower. That would work pretty nice with the engineering genius, because next turn I have the same problem again. I have a lot of resources, no science really. So maybe I should go for the Eiffel Tower. Can finish it next turn. I have enough resources. I have the engineering genius. And yeah, I don't know where I would be spending my resources if not for wonder. And yeah, there's no other wonder left. And then the other H3 wonders, probably too far away. It's a little bit dangerous here, because I can't go for strategy next turn, and even not the turn after that. But yeah, strength's not looking too bad. I don't know if someone will go for war. They don't know if I have a tactic. If I had the classic army, for example, I would not be in such a big trouble. I could actually upgrade one swordsman as well for the crime wave, so I wouldn't lose to that. And then I could even trigger the independence declaration right now. Maybe put in the Cold War. I could also offer the scientific method to someone. I'm gonna research swordsman and drama, which are pretty cheap. Or I could even go for strategy then. But then I can't go for drama. Tricky turn. I think I'm gonna do some politics, definitely. I could offer the scientific cooperation to someone. Probably not to blue, maybe to green, but I don't know if he would accept, because he also sees that I have really cheap technologies in hand, so that will cost him. So maybe I just put in the Cold War, open the independence declaration, that doesn't hurt us. And then I get stronger, so crime wave wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I guess so. I don't think he will accept scientific cooperation, and in the long term it might not be that great for us. I don't even get the full discount for the drama because of Bach. And going for strategy means I can't go for swordsman. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play the Cold War here. Doesn't feel perfect, but at least this doesn't hurt us. Lose 2 resources. Put the religion onto the knight. Then go for Bach. Go for swordsman. I can just build him. That's actually better, of course, than building a warrior and upgrading, so slightly more efficient. And then Eiffel Tower, engineering genius. And what else did I want? Oh yeah, drama. And we built this one. So I go into a lot of culture production, especially with the Eiffel Tower next turn. But yeah, I need the happy face still. I guess I'm gonna go for some opera, some dramas with my high population count. But still, Eiffel Tower could be very nice, especially because I need to spend those resources. I'm not one of the weakest, so it's looking okay. And the biggest problem is military actions. I have the strategy, but as we said, I don't have the science for that right now. So revolutionary ideas would be very amazing. National pride could be okay. We have one unhappy worker right now. But yeah, hoping for revolutionary idea, because I only have 2 science production. That is not that much. That is the biggest problem. Green goes for team sports. He definitely needs the happy faces. Goes for reserves and efficient upgrade. Maybe he wants to upgrade his food production next turn. Blue will go for pro sports. Yeah, it was pro sports, I think. And finishes the Kremlin. That's pretty good for him. And red will open the crime wave. We are part of that, so losing 1 blue token and 3 culture. And he can use the wave and go for 1. Oh, has a tactic. Has the classic army, has air forces. Can't go for them next turn, so that's good at least. And I'm the weakest, so I probably don't want to play anything. So I think I definitely finished the Eiffel Tower. I have the engineering genius and the resources, so do that. Get new population. And then yeah, I'm starting to get really worried. Maybe next turn I can go for scientific method, so I definitely want that. Can't Can't go for strategy. I mean, the biggest problem is military actions. I might just spend them this turn, so there can't be an aggression. I mean, the classic army was just revealed, so that could be nice if we can go for that. Then you don't need to spend the science on cannons. So maybe just build a knight this turn. And maybe, yeah, I also have to defend still, so maybe even build something else. I could destroy a farm. I can rebuild that at a later point. It's not perfect like this. But I'm thinking about, yeah, doing this maybe. Again, not a single yellow card that you can grab to get some extra stuff for next turn. But yeah, we have more food than we need right now, so we won't have the starvation at least, so that's good. And at a later point maybe go for them, maybe grab the mechanized agriculture. And then the plan is basically next turn, if there's a war, I can copy the classic army, so that's fine. And then we're gonna see if I can go for the strategy or if I go for scientific method next turn maybe. That could also be good. So yeah, this looks okay, I would say. And then I have something else to grab. I could just grab the tanks. They could come in handy. Could be a nice upgrade if I don't have the population but want to spend my resources. The tanks could be pretty nice. So I think this is gonna be it. Makes me not the weakest. Green can't steal yellows from me. Yeah, and the rest is also safe against aggressions with the 2 defend cards. There could be a war, that would be the problem. But from red, he can't really get more strength next turn. He can't go for another tactic, can't go for air forces. And blue doesn't have the military actions. He might copy the tactic also, the classic army for himself. And then he's gonna get stronger, but that's not next turn. So yeah, we have 11 culture production now, so that's good. And then just defend a little bit. Maybe at some point we can afford another drama with the population. But yeah, I think this is gonna be it. Sadly, I can't really find a good way to spend my civil actions. I mean, there's agriculture and tanks. Maybe the agriculture will be good at some point, but I don't have the science right now. Simple as that. And then the tanks, pretty useless. I would love to get some reserves or revolutionary ideas, something like that. Some yellow cards, but yeah, not a single one has come out yet. And that's pretty bad for us, but yeah, can't do anything about that. And the H, keep the both defend cards. They have more value than these events. And then, yeah, we don't even draw any new ones. And some government computers for green. Can go for them next turn, so that's pretty nice for him. And we get the international negotiations, so blue can choose what red gets from us. Gonna see what he takes that. Air forces for blue, civil service as well. Goes for an air force, 31 strength. It's looking like strength. Red will also open something. Iconoclan. Everyone loses their leader. There's Gandhi. We could try to save ourselves a little bit with Gandhi. And yeah, he will be available. I think I have a plan now. I think Gandhi will be part of that plan. So I'm gonna skip politics. What was stolen from us? Science. Yeah, of course. We need science the most, so he steals that. But yeah, I'm thinking Gandhi here. Bill Gates, of course, very, very good, but I can't really go for him. I can't go for these scientific methods. Gandhi will save us quite a lot of trouble. The only one with enough military actions would be green, and he's not strong enough, so there won't even be aggressions next turn, so don't have to worry about that. Get another population. I would really like to build one drama, go up to 12 culture production. And then I also really want another lab, so maybe I'm gonna destroy one warrior, go for that lab. I mean, next turn I probably need food. I need a lot of things. I think I'm just gonna get the reserves, maybe use them as food, so we don't have starvation. Cold War sadly is not gonna be for us. Also, we are the weakest, of course. I don't have the military actions to copy the tactic, but I need that science. I need to go for scientific method next turn, I think. Might even be too late, but I still need some science. I mean, we just lost 3 And it probably still needs strategy for some military actions, but I think this is looking okay. Then I have a lot of resources. I have the culture production, culture overall. I'm getting closer, I'm getting there. Someone will be very happy about Bill Gates, probably Green. Yeah, Green will go for computers and Bill Gates, so he will definitely love that. And then I have one more thing to do. Only technologies here. I could even think about fundamentalism. Then get my culture from the drama. I mean, I'm not really gonna go for movies. I simply don't have the science. I probably need to go for scientific method, mechanized agriculture, and maybe strategy. Maybe those are the technologies I can go for, and the rest probably not. But if I really need to, I could go for one fundamentalism with a revolution. Probably not that good. But the other ones don't really give me anything. Can't go for oil, can't go for movies. I already have mechanized agriculture, so I think it's gonna be the fundamentalism that can come in handy at some point, maybe. I don't think so. We are really lacking science, but I think I'll try to solve that next turn with the scientific method. Maybe I can finally get one of the revolutionary ideas. And with Ghani, we're at least safe from aggressions and wars for now, to buy ourselves some time. And then we still have pretty good potential for strength. Blue doesn't... With Republic, it's gonna be quite hard for him to declare war on us. Red... I mean, yeah, he could go for communism, but then he also still needs the military theory, so those will be quite important who gets them. But yeah, Ghani in general is pretty good. It's better than no leader right now because of the culture production, and then also saves us a lot of trouble with the military. So like that, draw the plunder, completely useless. They are the yellow cards that we would have liked, revolutionary idea especially. Don't think we can grab that next turn. And yeah, Gates for green goes for 2 computers. That's pretty nice for him. Blue opens inhabited territory. I would love to have that one. That would be very good. There can't be aggressions from red, so I don't have to worry about that. I guess I would be willing to send away this much. I mean, if it comes down to it, I will also... I mean, the biggest problem might be the military actions, but I might go for the fundamentalism. So the extra population would be very, very nice. So 10 is quite a lot, probably not enough, but I can't really send more. I mean, I only get 2 population back. It helps with the starvation, but I only get 2 back, so I don't think I want a bit more. So yeah, I did win the colony and I had to pay 1 knight and 1 swordsman for it. And now red will open Cold War. We're not part of that. We are the weakest, but it's at least we're not punished. Okay, goes with Nelson Mandela. Doesn't give him that much. I mean, yeah, civil actions. He has a lot of civil actions now. 10 civil actions for him, 10 for blue, 9 for me. Green is really lacking behind in that one. So I have to skip the politics. And yeah, as you can see, I had to send away knight and swordsman to get that territory. The inhabited one, we have a lot of population now, helps greatly with a lot of different things. So it's an interesting spot I'm in here. I think I could either go for scientific method, like this. That's not bad. Maybe play reserves to build 1 swordsman. The problem is red could play an aggression now. He can't really play a war, but he could play an aggression. Blue still can't go for an aggression, so that's good. Like this, then I can go for strategy maybe next turn, maybe then copy the classic army. I mean, the alternative would maybe go for the fundamentalism, but then I'm stuck. Then I don't get any more science. I can then destroy these philosophies at some point, so I can build up 2 dramas. But then my impacts will be very bad. They're already kind of yeah, 4 impacts from red and blue. I mean, they have a pretty balanced civilization, so they could have played a lot of different impacts where we are pretty bad in. Something with science and food. So that is problematic, I think, just going into fundamentalism to not be the weakest. I mean, if we do this, then we copy the classic army. Finally get some strength up, maybe even get rid of corruption, build 1 more swordsman, go up to 25, then I'm not the weakest anymore. I mean, with 50 culture, I don't have a lot more than these guys. I am actually behind red, even after production. Green will have very good impacts. With Bill Gates, he starts getting a lot of resources. So I don't know if this is too early to just scrap any science production. Then I could go with the scientific method play. The only problem here is the aggression from red that can come in. Question is, if he wants to do an aggression, that will cost him all of his military actions. He doesn't draw any new ones. Because I'm guessing he's not getting the military theory. And then, I mean, he could play Armed Intervention. He can't play Raid or Occupy, and I have the other Plunder. So the only thing he can really play is either that 1 Plunder or the Armed Intervention. Maybe I have to do this. Then I also get a lot of nice yellow cards. I can increase population. Need to build up some food production. I get the revolutionary idea, that's very good. Then I have quite a lot of science, that's really good for impacts. Sadly I can't build 1 more drama. I mean, do I have to build the swordsman? These guys can't play an aggression anyway. I mean, yeah, green could play the plunder, but as you just said, there's only 1. Blue can't play an aggression, so maybe this is worth to risk it. Save that military action for when I have the strategy. And then I can sneak in another drama that will give quite a lot of culture. And then get the revolutionary idea, maybe urban growth. Urban growth for, I mean, maybe the next drama. Once I go for fundamentalism, I could do that. I can't go for fundamentalism next turn, missing just 1 science for that. With the urban growth, still, I mean, I can also grab the efficient upgrade, maybe go for mechanized agriculture next turn. That is also good for a lot of different impacts. I am the weakest, but yeah, the only way I could not be the weakest is with the fundamentalism play, and I think especially I can't then increase population because I would have starvation. So I think this has to be the best move here. Getting the revolutionary idea is very nice. That is one of the big costs from the fundamentalism. Fundamentalism play has a lot of different costs. I think I can't really afford, can't really justify. Mainly in not being able to increase population with the ocean liner, not getting the revolutionary idea, going down to 1 science production that this early that really hurts with a lot of different impacts. For example, technology, variety, a lot of different things. So this I think I can stabilize. I can go for air forces next turn if I need to. I guess I don't really have the resources. I mean, this is also a little bit greedy, spending all of my resources on scientific method. Of course I could save 1. Don't have to go for all of them. Still go for the drama. Yeah, the drama I go for at some point anyway, but this way I can get the revolutionary idea, efficient upgrade, and maybe patriotism. Yeah, that has to be better, right? I still have 7 science, doesn't really change anything. I can go for mechanized agriculture, still have the revolutionary idea, so I can go for strategy or military theory, but I don't think that will be available. I guess green might take it. That would also be quite nice to take that away, so wars are less likely, because they don't get as many military actions. It's the first one. Someone else is gonna get that regardless. And like this, I save the reserves, I save the patriotism. So maybe next time I go for strategy. There shouldn't be an aggression. I mean, I mean, green also still has that one H2 card that could be an aggression. But that costs them so much because they lose all of their military actions, don't draw any cards. So this is definitely a little bit dangerous. But I'm just hoping that... Yeah, just hoping that they either don't have the aggressions necessary to play. I mean, Red could also have some H2 aggressions. That is dangerous if he has infiltrates, steals away my Gandhi. I didn't think about that he could have H2 aggressions. The question is if he would have kept those. I just think if I go for the fundamentalism, I will lose in the impacts. It's relatively close. I have very good culture collection, more than them, but impacts can do a lot. I mean, I might be able to go for Wonder, but there's only a project and Empire State left. Empire State won't be that good, and Internet and Mana and Project will be very bad if I don't go for this play. I think I have to do this. See what aggressions, or if they have aggressions. Yep, I'll risk it. I think the other play is just too inefficient. Also, all of the other downsides that I said, that I talked about. We do drop 2 cards, pretty completely useless ones. Refugees, we are the weakest, and blue gets 1 extra prop, 3 culture, we lose that. Then we have, okay, something from green, democracy, can go for that next turn, has a lot of resources, a lot of reserves in hand. Blue goes for Einstein, goes for multimedia, goes up to 12, culture collection, military theory, revolutionary idea, patriotism, reserves, he's preparing something. Still has that spaceflight. Red will open economic progress. Okay, that gives us 8 resources. That's not bad. Also a lot for green. The other guys don't get that much. Goes for more happy faces. For his Mandela, air forces, military build-up, modern infantry, movies, pro sports, tanks. Everybody can grab so many cards. Oh, this might be... Yeah, only 3 cards left. So this probably will be... not our last turn, but only 1 more after this one. I have to skip politics here, I have to lose an idle worker. And I mean, you can immediately get that worker back. Wonders are looking interesting. We have a lot of resources now thanks to that economic progress. We could think about getting one of the wonders. Empire State probably isn't that great. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get good. We could just go for an M project, even finish that this turn, maybe go for that. And that's 9 points from the Man project, a lot of strength. We still, with our 2 military actions, can't really defend against green, can't defend against... I mean, blue doesn't have the military actions, because we have Gandhi, and red, he has some. But maybe we can just skip military. I mean, we could also go for revolutionary idea, and then either military theory, even though that's pretty expensive, but not shabby. And then get some strength up, like this, and copy a tactic. Go up to 24. And that's okay, I guess, but also not enough to defend, really. I mean, green can't go for war against us, so there won't be a chance for war. There will not be a war against us in this game. We can't say that much. Because, I mean, if we take more than 1 card, and then the age ends, definitely after green's turn it's gonna end. So I don't think we really have to focus on military. Also, if you take a look again at the available aggressions, there's 1 plunder, as you said before, so for green, he can only play a plunder on us. He doesn't have military actions for anything else. So that's, first of all, that's relatively unlikely. And then I wouldn't really know what to do with the resources anyway, I guess. And then red can have 1 aggression. So do I really want to grab the Man project for fear of 1 aggression? Where red could also Yeah, I could also go for an impact. I mean, he could either have the armed intervention. Oh yes, it's only armed intervention or the plunder that he could have. Doesn't have the military actions for the raid or the occupy, so I mean, yeah, armed intervention would suck quite a bit. But I still don't think the main project is worth it, especially because even if I do this play, I mean, I could finish this, have one more. With the patriotism, I could go for something like this. Then I have 30 strength. I mean, then I can still not defend against red. He can always sacrifice his... Yeah, we can't make sure to defend against red. I mean, we can bluff that we have one defend card or something, but I don't think that's good. I mean, we can go for... I mean, maybe multimedias. They're not looking shabby. We have a lot of resources. Can even go with the reserves. And then go for one. And since we are ignoring military anyway, we could destroy warrior. Can also, I guess, go for this. Go up to 2 multimedias, gives a lot of culture, a lot of science. Very good for a lot of impacts. And then next turn we have 16 science. Can go for mechanized agriculture and tanks. Could be good for the input of technology. Maybe upgrade the mechanized agriculture with the efficient upgrade, also for impacts. Yeah, I think this is better. I mean, 13 strength looks pretty stupid, but we have Gandhi, right? If Gandhi blue is a non-threat, he doesn't have any military actions to do anything against us. He's still not looking bad. He probably should have a lot of good impacts. I'm really afraid one of these is agriculture already. That would not be that fortunate. Also, I guess I can't go for the mechanized agriculture this turn. If I want to go for multimedia, I should do it right now. So one card from blue, one from red. Red could also have played the agriculture. That would be a very bad one before we can get the mechanized agriculture out. I mean, I could destroy one warrior and build farm. So, I mean, then we only draw one card, but I don't really have high hopes to get a new, or get even one good impact anyway. I mean, with 2 military actions, maybe there's a chance. Could even just play the patriotism to draw extra cards. Because I don't know what I would be doing with my last civil action here, so it may just draw. Yeah, maybe just draw 3 cards, maybe get a good impact. I think this is the right move. And then hope for the mechanized agriculture next turn. As I said, if green has the plunder, he can steal some resource, but we don't really need them anyway. I guess if he doesn't do that, we can go for another multimedia next turn. That would be pretty nice, but not a disaster if he doesn't, or if he does. And then the aggression from blue can't have from red. If he wants to, if he has the aggressions, he could either just go with the plunder again or the armed intervention. Can't destroy our urban buildings, so he can't go for the raid, he can't go for the occupy. So either we lose a little bit of culture, which sucks, but also it's not the end of the world. We produce 20 culture like this. And we should have some pretty good impacts, I think. We have okay variety. We have very good science, culture, resources are looking fine. The only biggest, I guess the biggest problem is happy faces and agriculture. Competition. Yeah, competition is pretty bad. If you take a look at blue, yeah, he would like competition. But nothing I can really do there. I mean, I could go for tanks next turn. Maybe I keep the patriotism. And then go for tanks next turn. Spend my resources there with the patriotism for input of competition. And I can then even grab one more card, grab away something from green. Or just in general, grab away the computers. That can sometimes be very nice. Can even go for that next turn for input of science or something. Then I still draw 2 cards. Yeah, and then I could go for tanks next turn for competition. We're gonna see which impacts get revealed, and then we can adjust our plan a little bit to that. So I think this should be okay. I mean, the rest of the impacts should really be fine. Can't really find any It would be very bad. Besides competition, agriculture. Harmony is pretty good. I mean, we have the ocean liner, so harmony and population should also be fine. One problem could also be balance. That also comes down to getting more food, so getting out that mechanized agriculture could be very nice. I guess I could do that this turn instead of the multimedia, but I really want that extra science, culture, everything. So I think I should be going for that. The problem is I can't. If I could build another drama, maybe that would be nice, but if I want these high scoring buildings, I need the multimedia this turn. Hope that maybe these cards are the agriculture and balance. And progress is not that great, but it's okay. We might be getting, I guess military theory is pretty unlikely now. But these are fine. Yeah, military theory would be very good. We will be losing strategy. I don't think we will be getting military theory, so that could be a little bit problematic. Architecture is good with the multimedia. Strength, of course, is very bad. Forgot about that one. Science is good. Technology should be good. Variety. You have some okay impacts. It's still very close, I would say, between blue, red, and me. Blue gets another wonder, or gets a space flight, so I think he has the best position. He also has 2 impacts in there, so I think Fizzy is gonna win. It's gonna be close between me and red, and I don't really see what green is gonna do. I mean, he could go for war against someone else. That's always an option. But just feels like he has the weakest. That's pretty hard. He can go for military theory, declare war, but he can't also go for air forces. So I guess we just have to find out. Can't spoil it right now because I don't know the results. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I even have to discard 1 card. So we survived at least. There's not gonna be a war against us, even though we had 2 military actions only. Yeah, get rid of one of those raids. And draw maybe a good impact. Variety, that could be fine. Could be fine against green at least. We can think about doing that. Could also go for 1 religion to bump that up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna see. Would have liked to draw one that would have been pretty bad for me, like strength would have been perfect, or agriculture or something. And no aggression from green. He goes for Manhattan Project. More computers. 32 strength. Blue plays an aggression, but not on me. On green, steals 7 of his culture. Goes with military theory. Space flavor 28. That's a lot. Ends up at around 112 culture. Red won't play politics at all. No impacts for him. Also military theory. And takes engineering. These guys have very good improv progress. I mean it's basically guaranteed that I'm ahead of green. I would think he doesn't have the best impacts. He gets quite a bit from him project and from Bill Gates in the end, but 44 against 81, and we get 20 production. Improv variety is pretty bad. Don't want to play that, so skip politics. Yeah, it depends a lot on the impacts, but all of them are from red and blue. So I'm definitely expecting input of competition, input of strength, and input of progress. Maybe technology. Technology would also be not that great, but we can make that a little bit better. Definitely go for the mechanized agriculture. Can upgrade that with the efficient upgrade. Could go for computers. I mean, how much science production do we have? 12 against 12 and 15. So if I upgrade 1, I go up to 14, then I have more than blue, so I would win the impact of science against him. I get a new population. I mean, what did red do? He went for 2 agricultures. I'm pretty sure there's input of agriculture in the deck. So like this, I can't upgrade the other mine or the other farm. So, I mean, I could also... And this is guaranteed 4 culture for me. And the computers are not guaranteed. Yeah, it's a tricky decision. What is going to be the impacts? Does blue have? Does green have maybe input of science? He will definitely play that. Then if I want to come ahead of red, I mean red, it's not super unlikely depending on the impacts. We have 20 production, so we basically have 101 culture. He has 88, so 12 more than him. And then blue, he has 112. That's going to be hard. He got a lot from the space flight. 12 science production against 12. That is not good. I mean, there's guaranteed culture with the mechanized agriculture, I'm pretty sure. Could also be good for input of balance, something like that. I mean, theoretically, I could just go for one multimedia. That would help with both of it. But if I could upgrade this as well, then I guess I would do it. But I'm missing one resource. But I definitely want to be doing this. But I need to upgrade food anyway. Because, well, I have starvation if I don't. So definitely do this. With vision upgrade, I have 8 resources left. I can research one technology. The computers and upgrade that, or maybe tanks. I have the patriotism still. I could. Then I'm always missing one resource for something really good. I guess this is 3 culture, 4 culture. That I will definitely be getting, maybe more from inflow of balance, and then I can go up to this. Can I get more? Guess I could go for tanks. Upgrade them. Upgrade this. That's best for input of competition, I think. Getting 1 tank out. The problem then is harmony. I have pretty good harmony. Where are the other guys at the harmony? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5. Yeah. Red would have a good harmony. Blue would also have a good harmony. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if I get... I mean, I also have a pretty good harmony. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 urban buildings, 4, 5, 6 in the farms and mines, and then 5 in the thing. So I could just... If I use this population into the knights, it's not a lot less inefficient. As far as I don't build the knight. I mean, strength doesn't really matter, but still do this. Or do I go for computers instead of the mechanized agriculture? Is the input of science in? And blue didn't... green didn't play politics last turn, did he? No. If he had input of science, he definitely would have played it, and he didn't draw any new cards. So I don't think there's going to be input of science. I mean, blue could have played it earlier. He has a lot of science production, so maybe thought he would have that earlier. But it's a risk. I mean, I'm very, very certain mechanized agriculture will give us 4 culture because red went into 2 extra farms last turn. So yeah, I'm pretty certain that's just guaranteed 4 culture. Maybe more from the input of balance. And I don't know what else I would be doing. I mean, we can take another look. Definitely upgrade once. We could go with computers. And 1 religion. But I really like going into 6 military for the input of harmony as well. Both of the guys have pretty good harmony, so like this, we stay at 6. Yeah, I'd have 1 more resource, that would be amazing. Guess I could upgrade this then. Still get very good input of agriculture, just 4 less than upgrading this, and we don't know if the computers will do anything. It could also be good for input of architecture. Blue definitely could have played that. Red could have also played that. Decisions. I'm gonna have to decide here, and I think the farm is more likely to give me points, so I'm gonna do that. Spend all of the resources. 2 left, can't really do anything with that, and I guess I can grab some technologies. Some cards in general, so do that. And turn, I mean, I don't have to take a wonder away, right? No, he can't finish the man project and take a new one and finish that one as well, so don't have to worry about that. So we're 20 production, that is pretty great. 20 production is quite good. 101 culture, so it's pretty close. The end scoring against red and blue, it's all pretty close together. My expectation is to come in hopefully second place. Hopefully impacts are good for me. Hard to tell with red having played 3 of the impacts. I definitely could be happy faces, something like that. That would be very bad for us. Yeah, we have a lot of impacts we're very bad at. So the question is if red has drawn those and if blue played any that are really good for us. Green does play an impact. Input of Harmony is revealed. That should be very good for us. 24 for Harmony, that is a good sign. So luckily that wasn't revealed too early. Might mean that green did play the input of Science, I don't know. Let's see the rest of the impacts. Government 26. 20. Yeah, blue is gonna have this, I'm pretty sure. 28 for red, so he catches up quite nicely. 17 for green. Then we have competition, yeah, 18, 6, 9. Okay, red is not that great, but he's slowly catching up. Architecture, so it was architecture, but we are pretty good in that. 13, I think. There's also gonna be agriculture, right? Technology, 24, 12. 12, okay, so red didn't have the best technology. Was there no agriculture? No balance, but we have pretty good balance. So yeah, we're not able to overtake blue, but we secure a place against red and come in second place. So I think overall I should be happy with that. And really interesting game. Gandhi was very key. Gandhi allowed us to just ignore military pretty much completely. I'm really surprised there was no input of agriculture. But yeah, with the balance it was still really worth it. And no government. Government was pretty bad, but no progress. That was good. So yeah, some good impacts for red, some not so good for him. Made us able to secure the second place. No chance against blue, not that close. And green, not too far behind as well, but not being able to get enough culture. Also losing that one aggression against blue. But yeah, Gandhi really coming in key, I think. He came at the right moment and was able to secure us a nice position in this game. Second place, I would say I'm happy with that. And yeah, we're going to take a look what this means for the standings of the tournament. So, and after this game, the standings are as following. On position 4 now, and 10 points. Dr. Nate didn't get any points from that game, so he's also still at 10. And Fizzy is the best position now, able to win that game. 16 points with 4 games completed, so very nicely done. And yeah, Invalid Name, 4 games completed, 2 points. That is not that good, so yeah, it's getting dicey for him. I think the chance for him to not rank down this season becomes slightly, yeah, maybe even impossible, but not quite. He has 3 games left. If he wins all of them, then he still has a possibility to stay in this league. Frodes, with 3 games completed, also pretty far behind. So I think if we're looking downwards, it's not secure that he will stay in the league, but it's just gotten a lot more likely with that second place. And I can try to orientate myself to the top, try to make it into the top 3, maybe go for first place. 3 games left. All of the points that you can get count. It's going to be pretty hard to overtake Fizzy. But I'm going to do my best. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next one will be coming out next week. So see you guys then. Stay safe and see you next time.